Now we need to set up the Jinja environment. So let's say Jinja, we've already done this. This will be pretty familiar. Jinja environment is equal to, and here we need to import Jinja first. So import Jinja2, and now we can go ahead and say Jinja2.environment, and in the loader we need to pass in Jinja2.filesystemloader, and here we can pass in the templates directory. So now we are able to write our function that we will be using in all of our request handlers that will actually render a template. So what two parameters we need in order to render any possible template? Well, let's create the function. So def to define the function and say we'll call it render. So we need to pass in basically two things. One is the template itself. So which template do we want to render? And the second thing, if you remember, we can pass in some different variables to the template to customize the template for every user. So we could pass in, for example, which user is logged in. So we can say, for example, hello, Michael, or something like that. So we need to render the template according to the data that we pass in into the template. So we can hit the double star and call this keyword arguments. This is just a very Pythonic way of calling the keyword arguments that we pass into a function, okay? So don't worry about this too much. Just, type in the double star and then KW args for keyword arguments. Okay, so here we can actually start defining our template and render the HTML. So we can say Jinja template is equal to self.jinjaenvironment.getTemplate, and here we pass in the template that we are passing into the function. The next thing we need to do is to actually render it using the data that we're passing in. So let's say HTML from template is equal to jinjaTemplate.render, and here we pass in the keyword arguments. Okay, so now the last thing we need to do is simply respond back to our user with this HTML. So this is self response out write HTML from template, and this is it. So we have successfully created our own custom request handler, which we will be using in every single request handler that we make, and we will be calling the render function to render all of our templates, so we don't have to write out all of this code every single time.